Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot.
And also Vin.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Vin. No Jules. And just John Depot. He's just we got to start putting posters on like telephone poles, like missing. Like that dude goes into hiding when the Giants lose.
Where are you, John? Where are you? We're
know?
waiting for you. We're waiting for you.
He'll come back when they start winning, man. He's a front runner. But Jules is just, I don't know, man. He say he got company, or he's just watching his favorite TV show that just went into like an extra 2-hour special, maybe. But yeah, been another tough Giant game to watch. I was gonna ask this question right off the bat to you and Jules about the game. I kind of feel Mike Kafka did Jackson Dart a solid this week. I think without Runyon and then obviously losing Andrew Thomas and our center JMS during the game, fairly early in the game, they called so many run plays. Dart threw only 13 times. They try to keep him in the pocket, maybe trying to, advance his skills a little bit to learn to throw from the pocket more instead of just running, scrambling all around. And when we're not going anywhere. So I think he did him a good service and tried to protect him. That's what I think went down. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It was by far statistically Dart's worst game. And I think he's allowed a clunker after a sample size of about 10 games into his career. But I will be keeping a close and critical eye, because if we somehow end up with this number one pick, we have to cross that bridge and see what we want to do there. And quarterback is in play for us.
I think so too.
I think it needs to be. I think any sensible Giant fan needs to just. But we have a lot to get there for. First things first, we got to tank on Sunday. We can't go into Vegas and beat them. We got to lose that game. But I agree with what you said. Dart had a tough game, but it's good for his maturation and his development to try to win in the pocket. You know what I mean? That's what
he has to.
That's what we want. If he wants to sustain himself health-wise, he's got to just can't. But he does run. He still likes to take off.
That's what you don't want him to have. You don't want him to have that like jittery feet in the pocket where he's looking to run real quick. And
right.
I know his numbers have stepped down the last couple games since he came back from the concussion and shit. But I don't know. I think that has to do with more of just like having nothing around him. Like, who's he really throwing the ball to? I mean, Slayton drops balls left to right. Theo Johnson has a good game one week. The next week, he dropped more balls. And then you're really only throwing out the backfield to like Tyrone Tracy, which is good. I kind of like that.
I like Tracy. Tracy a lot.
He was a former wide receiver for people that don't know. And then he could come out, catch the balls. I think he had like a couple weeks ago against Washington or whatever. He had that touchdown in the end zone.
Yeah, it was
which was pretty nice. So, listen, what options does the kid really have? And it's tough. It's tough for him.
It's eerily similar to Daniel Jones. Like Daniel Jones was like Daniel Jones literally like rookie year came on really like a phenom, loves to use his legs, would get hurt because he would go head first and never slide.
Yep.
We would have the exact question you just brought up. Like, is Daniel Jones like regressed, or is he not that good, or is it because he lacked weapons and lacked a line? Like the only difference, it seems like Jackson Dart doesn't lack a line. The line's been good up until this Sunday. The line's been good. It's just he doesn't have really any weapons. Or like Theo Johnson is killing me with the Butterfingers. I think he's just gonna be what he is. He's gonna be inconsistent. Like he's gonna make a drop in like a game where we need him, and he's gonna make big drops. Slayton, I don't know how we get out of that contract. I don't know if anybody's even going to trade for him. So I think we're stuck with him. So Wandale will be the casualty because we're keeping Slayton.
I don't know. Wandale, I don't think he's going to get that much money on the market. I don't think he's that great of a wide receiver. You know what I mean?
He's got good hands. Yeah. He's got good hands. catches
He does.
everything.
But then again, like,
He goes to the right situation. He can contribute, I think.
I mean, listen, he was contributing for us for a minute, but like for him to be like a number one option, nah, man.
No,
You know
absolutely
what I'm saying?
not.
That's
No
not
way. No,
happening.
no, no,
So
no.
to be like that guy, like that comes out the slot, like that, I'd still rather have like him, Malik Neighbors, and another wide receiver two out there.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
An
I think
outside
that's what you
guy.
got to have. So I don't think you pay him like a number two. You know, if I'm the Giants, that's why I don't know. I think I got a feeling he comes back. I don't know. That could be wrong. Who knows? There's gonna be a lot of changes. Like you said, like and like I said last week on the pod too, you know, with the quarterback, I think you draft Mendoza. I know people don't like it, you know, but you keep both and you see which rookie's better, and then you could always trade the other guy down the line. I'd rather have two decent quarterbacks on the team. You know what I mean?
I agree. Like at the number one pick, everybody's like, "Oh, you have to trade."
You
What
don't
if you
have
don't
to.
have a
You
trade?
don't
What
fucking
if
have to.
what if you don't have a trade partner? Like, what if you don't have one? You're gonna tell me you're gonna draft a freaking safety? That's the most idiotic thing when you have. And again, I want to see. I'm not done on Mendoza. I want to see what he does in the next 2 weeks. Like, if this guy goes out there and throws a clunker, I might be off on him. You know, like I got Dart already, so
I
I
don't think
might.
that's happening, man. He's pretty legit.
Well, he went against Ohio State, which like at least 9 of those guys on that defense are
On
pro
the
pro
foul.
ready. You know what I mean?
Ready. Yeah,
So
no
like
doubt.
I like that the Mendoza kid is big. He's he good. He like from as far as I've seen it, I've seen some stuff. Can you imagine if Indiana wins the national
I
championship? Who
know.
would have
Dude,
thought that?
that'd be wild.
They win the national championship, and you're telling me the Giants are sitting there at number one? We're just gonna trade him? Like
I don't
we're gonna
look,
trade this guy to the Jets? Are you
especially with
kidding
a
me?
new, like a possible new GM coming in, like that might want to start with their own guys and Dart coming off with concussions. Listen, I understand you guys made fun of Mendoza the way he talks last week. You guys are
It
idiots.
was weird. It was a
Bring him
little.
here. Bring him here. Be great. Remember Eli? They made fun of Eli being Eli's stupid face in the media all the time. Bring me another Eli, man. I don't care. Even though I like Dart, even though Dart looks like a crazy lesbian with those old lady glasses on, it's crazy. But you know, no knock on them. But I don't know. We need something to happen. I'd rather have two legit good quarterbacks,
I'm
and
with you, and we're in
you
the
know
minority
that makes
because
a
if
whole.
Jules was on here, Jules would tell us you can't keep
You
both.
can't do it. Yeah, you
You
can't
have to
do it.
trade one.
We know, Jules.
Which Jules is probably right. That's what all teams do, but
Yeah,
I guess just the media and that's the problem with New York is just the media is way too like
influencer.
critical and it becomes like the fodder and the banter from the fan base and it
Yeah,
just I don't know. I also wish like I think Maris and again Maris dealing with his own health issues, which I have to say every time I'm about to criticize the guy, but like
I know you don't want to because he's going through shit,
yeah,
but at the same
he's
time,
going
like,
through some real stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, of
But
course,
like Shane should have been out of here.
no doubt.
Like,
I
like
think because he's going through shit, I think that's the only reason why he's still there. To be honest with you, I think to have some kind of stability there, maybe that's what it is. I don't
yeah,
know
like maybe
because he should have
he's
been
just
gone.
so busy. He's like, I can't go find the GM right now. I got
That's probably what it
chemotherapy
is.
once a week, and he's like, I can't deal with it right now.
I think
I don't
that's the
know.
case. You know,
I think Shane. I hope they don't keep him because of that, though. Shane's done enough damage here. He's done some good, but
it's
not
not
enough to
enough.
outweigh
Yeah,
it to me.
fucking way.
And it's like, you're a coach. Like, what if the coach comes in, whoever it may be? Let's say it's like a Bill Belichick. I'm not saying it's him. And what if, or Freeman, and they're like, I don't want to be with Shane. Like, I watched Hard Knocks last year.
No,
I don't want to be with this guy. You know?
but it's a joke, especially like when he gives up on like a good player like Barkley. I know you and Jules, that was a good move. Let Barkley go. Listen, I get all that, but when everybody else in the NFL sees how you kind of dogged one of the best players in the NFL, legit on the fucking camera, and you don't think like all free agents that are like looking at that, like, oh, I don't want to fucking be part of that fucking disaster.
I gotta
Yo,
tell you
that
though,
speaks volumes, man.
but
Even though
going
maybe
back,
it was a right move, I don't think so. I still don't think it was.
I remember though going back to those negotiations, and those negotiations with Barkley took like 2-3 years. You know what I mean? It took a while.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I thought Shane was playing Barkley like a fiddle. He was doing it the right way. All Giant fans like, yeah, Shane, get
That's
this
what
dude
everybody thought.
wants. This guy wants McCaffrey money, and he was doing. He did everything the right way. He had that moment on Hard Knocks, which I hate that we were on Hard Knocks, and then when after that moment on Hard Knocks, the dude went and signed with Philly to stick it to us, and that's how he changed the
See,
entire narrative.
I don't
He
know,
changed the
man.
entire narrative, Saquon.
I don't think he signed there to like stick it to us. I think it's
But and
just so
yeah,
close
I
to
think
like his
so.
school, his college, his home. I don't think he wanted to go anywhere else, especially when they're offering. Like they stepped up to the plate and they offered them in Chicago.
They offered, and they also it's a good team. He looked at the
Yeah,
situation. He's like, this team is nasty.
look at the Bears. The Bears offered him more money. They still chose to go with. I think if the Giants showed him like a little bit more respect, he probably would have been in here. And don't forget when they let Barkley go, who they signed? Singletary and Drew Lock. The fuck out of here! Like we needed those fucking guys for those $7 million. They could have just easily went to Barkley, and then those guys don't exist on our team. And one of
Yeah,
them,
the Drew Lock more Singletary. I didn't think
nah,
Singletary was that horrible for depth and all
it,
that.
it was, man. He was basically like the same age, and then he signed for like 3 years. I don't know. Like Singletary's like, listen, he was nice in Buffalo. I get they know him. They knew him from Buffalo. They wanted to bring him here, but I still at that time I thought it was a dumb move. It's just one of many dumb moves this guy has made, and I don't know why he's still here. I don't get
But
it.
honestly, though, like I actually think Shane's free agency record is not that bad. You know what I mean? I don't kill him for free agency. My thing about him is his drafting. I think his drafts, other than his last draft, but dudes are hurt left and right. I think his drafting has been horrific. I think it's been we have not improved our team with young players. Like that's my biggest gripe. Like you had Evan Neal, Thibodeau, I would trade in a heartbeat. He got shut down.
Yeah, he got
Like,
shut
what are we
down.
doing with him? We're gonna pick up a 50-year option, and we're gonna see what he is. And we're like, I don't know, should we sign him? Should we
Yeah,
not?
it's gonna be like that all
And
over
leave
again.
it up to his contract and leave it up to his demands and take it from there with
Yeah,
him, like we always do, because we're unsure. We're unsure, and then Evan Neal is gone.
yeah,
Banks is off this team. Jalen Hyatt's off this team. Like JMS has been nothing but an abject failure for this club. And again, Jules will be like, it's coaching, it's coaching. He could be right, but these guys should have developed. They should have. They're not even like players on the team.
they
Like they're
should
not even
develop on
good.
their. They should develop somewhat on their own. It can't be that bad.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Like, can you imagine if Jalen Hyatt, with all the injuries we've had at wide receiver the last 2 years, can you imagine if Jalen Hyatt like filled that void for us? Like
dude.
we'd be all right.
People kept saying, "Oh, why ain't even with Dable's here?" People were like, "Oh, why ain't Hyatt playing? Why ain't Hyatt playing?" Dude, I kept telling people like on social media, on Twitter, I'm like,
Can't
"Listen,
learn a route.
he can't. He don't fucking practice right. If you don't
No,
practice right, you can't play in the game. It's the
you're right.
oldest thing in the book. You know what I mean? You just don't hop into a game and just magically turn it on.
All
You know
those
what I mean?
issues we have
He's
with
an
the
idiot.
line, all those issues we have with our offensive line for all those years, like if Evan Neal would have been the right tackle to Andrew Thomas's left tackle, we would have been a different team. We would have been a totally different. But because all those picks were just abject failures, like these dudes are not even football players.
I know
Like,
they're out the league.
you know what? Like
Crazy.
Shane, like there's nobody else to blame. Shane, we blame you. Like, I'm sorry. And I like Shane. I like him. But I just don't think I think him learning on the job, him again, McKinney walking, which I was all for that too. I was fine with that too.
Yeah.
He made up for it bringing in Holland. You know what I mean? Who's not as good as McKinney.
Somewhat, but I get it. It's a
But
plug.
he paid him a lot of money too. You
You let
know?
Love go. Who didn't love Love? He was fucking played awesome for us.
And he's done well for Seattle as well.
Dude,
You know?
100%. Yeah, another guy that's over there.
And like, I don't know. I was talking to my buddy the other day. I'm like, as much as I love Dexter Lawrence, he's not a run stopper because the running is all over us.
I know.
So I'm like, if he's gonna go, see you later too. Like I'm so sick of this team and everything that they have not given us. There are no results. So I'm like, what am I? I'm not beholden to Dart. The only guy
I
that I'm
know.
like
I know.
really is a difference maker for us when he's out on the field, to me, is our left tackle. I feel like that line is different when Andrew Thomas is there.
Oh yeah,
Problem with him though, he's a bitch, and he's always constantly hurt.
hamstring again.
Oh my
Yo, sit
God,
him.
they're gonna shut him
Yeah,
down.
sit him for the year, man. It's not even worth it. Like
But
the
it's
way.
like when that dude, if that dude had played from week 1 and week 2, we might have eked out that Dallas win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But there's so many dumb decisions going back to like starting Russell Wilson instead of Winston, paying Russell
Russell Wilson put up
Wilson.
like 500 yards that game, did he not?
Yeah, he did, but it like I don't know. That guy stinks too. Ah, there's
I
so
don't know.
much.
They just
There's
saw
so
a
much.
lot of moves that are just like somebody's got to get blamed for that, and we're just gonna blame Dable. You know what I mean?
All
Like
right,
it's
listen.
got to be more than that.
Joe Shane's the one that picked the coaching staff, right? I mean, he's the one that
What
you
Joe
know
Shane should have done the year
hired them.
before is, I'm saying, this is my last point on it, is he should have separated himself from Dable. Should have been like, oh, we're a year too late on it. Like this should have happened last year.
I think he tried. Like, but remember the beginning? I think you guys were saying that they were going to like Ranger games together. They were all like over TV. I'm like, here we go again. Fucking best buddies. That shit don't fucking work out. I
Yeah.
don't know. We need something to happen. Like, we're definitely playing for the number one pick. Vegas, we play them next. And I tell you, the way Vegas looked against Houston, they were putting up a fight. Geno Smith was playing. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't think we go into Vegas and just destroy them like I originally thought. Maybe the Giants are in a way like, kind of going to tank because they're forcing the run. They're going to try to protect Dart. I'm hoping, especially if the Dart, like I think he threw 36 passes against Washington the week before, and he was getting hit all over the place. I know
Right.
Jules doesn't believe he got kneed in the helmet, but I watched the replay with my own eyes. I seen it. I seen it, Jules.
Yeah.
Like he got blasted in the head. Like he was definitely like little woozy, like getting up. I'm like, you got to worry about this guy. I get people on social media like, no, Dart's our guy, because the guy had a few good games. He came storming up, but listen, you gotta slow your roll, people. You gotta wait. You gotta wait and see what happens. Because if we have that number one pick, I don't know. I don't know if you let that go, man. But I'm done talking about the Giants. Yeah, any more?
Unless the Giants don't want that number one pick because they don't want that problem, and they're gonna go out and win this game.
See, that shouldn't be a thing. But in New York, that's a thing because everybody's like, "Oh, we should start Mendoza. Oh, we should start Dart." That's going to be a whole fucking thing. It's like Hostetler, Phil Sims be all over
Or
again.
no, I'm saying like what's the decision then? Are you gonna draft Mendoza? Are you gonna trade?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even talk about actually draft. I'm talking about before that.
Before the
Like
draft.
is dealing with that sort. That's a huge decision to make there because you got one young quarterback that is already fan base loves. Fan base is
Oh,
all in on Dart.
oh, no
They
doubt about it.
love Dart. To me, I'm not loyal to him like that. He's done nothing. You know what I
I'm not
mean?
loyal to any of these guys.
That's the
You know what
problem
I
with the
mean?
Giant fan base, though. They become in love with these guys. It's
They
like,
they did it with Odell Beckham, but he was a
no,
problem
but
with the
there's
Giants.
a lot of losing, Trainer. There's a
I
lot
know.
of losing. And I'm like, what do we, I was loyal to Eli Manning. I was loyal to Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz. Those dudes deserved it. Why? Because they went into playoffs on the road and they fucking won big games. You know what I mean? Like, Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, these guys, like, until you prove some fucking results and get me into the playoffs, then we could talk about contracts and
Yeah,
this and that and drafting. Like until then, fucking go take your shit somewhere else.
I agree,
But
man.
Genti's gonna run all over us. I think because we can't stop a nosebleed with the run. Um, they may. It's gonna be Gino that's starting, right?
It looks like it. Yeah, he played last week, so
I also don't believe that much in Houston. I really don't. Like Houston's a good story. It's a
they
nice,
played down. But so did Buffalo. They played down to Cleveland. They didn't cover. I
right,
knew
right.
it.
That's the NFL.
But
It's
that's
the
that's the way it
mediocre
goes.
league. But I think it'll be a close game. I do, and we're gonna be sitting there at the edge of our seat, hoping
Right.
that I'm hoping we lose. I hope we fuck it up
I don't know.
and keep Dart healthy. Keep
But
him healthy. Don't kill this kid.
We found a fucking kicker. It took us like 4 years, but we found the kicker. He was fucking perfect the other
I
day.
gotta tell you though, his kicks were weird. They were like
Yeah,
flying.
because he's a lefty. That's what it was, right? I think it was
Oh,
like
because I was like,
I
yo,
think it
they
threw
had
us
such
off a little bit.
a weird looking kick,
But
man.
he
I was like,
fucking made him. I was like, this is the guy. I bet, like, if he comes down to the line, he makes a field goal to win against the Raiders. I'm gonna be like,
dude,
God
when
damn
we
it!
took out McCarthy, I was like, fuck, we're gonna
I
win
know,
this game.
I
I was
know.
like, shit.
I seen it. I was like, oh, here we go. Fucking bet the Giants because this is the
Adrian
Giants'
Thomas went
way.
down. I was like, there goes the season.
Yeah.
There it goes
Yeah.
again.
Once he went down, I'm like, JMS went down. I'm like, all right, here we go. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, I'm done. I'm done talking about the
Yeah,
Giants.
no.
Let's go roll into these picks. Looks like Jules sent in his picks. They're all L's there right there, but I'll announce it as we go. All right, here we go. Just so you know, I went 9-7. Jules went 10-6 last week. Hallelujah.
That's the best week he's had, right?
Dude, that's a Christmas miracle for Jules. Ben, you went 8-8, and special guest Malarzo went 9-7. So he tied. He tied with me. So now I'm in the league lead for the season at 110 and 114. You're right behind me, 109 and 115. And Jules is still way behind. He did crack the century mark in wins. He's at 103 now. 103 and 121. Yeah, that's
he won't make 500.
Holy moly. Jules ain't catching up, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Thursday games. We got 3 games on Christmas Day. Dallas is in Washington. Dallas is favored by 6.5. Man, Washington, I think they lost Mariota the other day. And I think they went with Johnson or whatever.
They have Josh Johnson, and I heard that they might be signing Taylor Heineke again.
All right, they're done. I mean, Dallas still has a good offense. They ain't going to rest guys. They're going to play because it's Christmas Day. So give me Dallas.
Yeah, me too. Dak Prescott, George Pickens show continues.
And I also took Dallas because Jules is taking Washington at 6.5. So it looks like me and Vin are going to get that W right away.
All right.
All right, moving on. Detroit Lions, they're minus 6.5 in Minnesota. Yeah, this is a tough one because the Lions really disappointed me against Pittsburgh, man. They just maybe because Aaron Rodgers knows the Lions. He has, playing in Green Bay for so long, but damn, man, how they were playing so bad for like 3.5 quarters, and at the end they started scoring points, but they kept letting Pittsburgh get touchdowns at the end.
Lions secondary's hurt.
Yeah, they're banged up, but you got to put up the fucking points. And I think since Ben Johnson left Detroit to go to the Bears, like he took that magic with him because Goff doesn't look like the same quarterback, man. It's in Minnesota. Is McCarthy playing though?
I don't know. He's another one. I was like, he's
God.
You look at him and he's hurt.
I know. This is a tough one for me.
It is tough because division and the Minnesota defense is solid.
It is solid. Minnesota's at home. God, I hate to go against Detroit because Detroit is playing. They're still playing for a playoff spot.
I know it's slim right now.
I was gonna go with Minnesota, but I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna go with the Lions, man. I think they're playing for something. Remember, I said last week if the Packers lost, which they did, the Lions could still sneak in there somehow. I don't know. So, but yeah, you taking the Lions too?
Yeah, I think the Lions' offense is still as scary as it ever was. Their defense is never. I don't think the defense was ever really good, whether it was last year or this year.
That's true.
So I'm like, they're good in spots. You know what I mean? But the Lions have to put up points. Minnesota's starting God knows who. 6.5 is the only thing. I'm like, I can see that being a little bit closer, but I'm still gonna ride with the Lions. I feel like the Lions are desperate. It's Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lions they're gonna win by like 10.
All right, that's 2 road teams, by the way, on Christmas they were picking. The next
we're going 2 better teams.
Jules is taking the Lions.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, Minnesota record wise, they're not far behind Detroit, right?
They're 7-8.
Yeah, and what's Detroit? 9 and 7.
Detroit's 8-7.
They're like a game behind them.
I know. You would think like they so much worse than the Lions, but they're really not. But
Wow.
listen, it is what it is. I'm still gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too.
All right, moving on to the night game, Saturday night. The Denver Broncos, they're minus 12 and a half in Kansas City. Listen, Denver still plays a lot of tight games. I know Kansas City, no Mahomes. They lost to Tennessee last week, but they are home.
No
They,
Minshew.
they aren't Christmas. Really?
No Minshew.
Oh, I
So I don't know.
mean,
I don't know who they're starting. I don't know who the next guy up is.
wait, do you think they get blown out at home in Kansas City on Christmas division game? Maybe they do. I don't know.
No Rasheed Rice probably either.
Yeah, they do look like a shell of themselves. But this Denver cover, they never cover anybody. I'm taking Kansas City with the points because they just Denver they don't cover people, man. They don't blow people out. They play close games. Jules is also taking Chiefs plus 12 and a half.
Yeah, 12 and a half is a lot. But Denver losing last week, big embarrassment for them in Jacksonville. I'm gonna take Denver here. I'm gonna go different.
You go Denver. Okay.
I think this is a statement game for them.
All right. We'll see.
They're healthy. They're fully healthy.
All right. Here we go.
I don't even know who the Kansas City quarterback is. I have no idea who's starting.
I know it's still like it's Andy Reid. Does he come up with dumb shit like you know what I mean? I don't think like Kansas City gets blown out. I mean, they lost.
Yeah, the spread is huge.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough.
Whatever. I got to gain the game to tie you up. So
Yeah,
this is the one.
Yeah,
this is the one.
No, that's definitely not the one. You're gonna go one behind again after that one. All right, I'll be watching that game closely. Actually, I'm in a pool. I'm in a box, so I'll just be rooting for my numbers. I don't give a shit who wins that fucking game. All right, moving on. Oh, we got some Saturday games again. So go from Christmas Day on Thursday to Saturday. So we got in LA, the Chargers are minus 1.5 against Houston. Chargers are on a roll, man. Jules wrote in parentheses, he wrote the Chargers, and he wrote in parentheses, so tough. It is a tough game.
That is
a very tough game.
It's a good game.
It should be a good
game. Dude, the winner of this game will reveal a lot about the winner and will reveal some about the loser. However, this game works out. Could be some controversy too by the refs.
I know. I do like the Chargers because they're hot, and Houston just disappoints. I want to take Houston too.
Well, is Houston on a bigger win streak?
I mean, they are 10-5.
They're on like an 8-game win streak. Houston, are they not?
Something like that, right?
And the Chargers are on like a 5-game winning streak. These are the two hottest teams in the NFL right now, probably.
That's what I'm saying. I just got to go with like the home team. I can't go with a road team in this situation. So give me the Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers myself. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna go Chargers as well. Watch Houston win. Watch.
I know. Dude, just talking about it right now, I want to change it to Houston. I just got a weird feeling it's gonna come down. Plus defense.
They're getting healthy. Both teams are getting healthy.
Dude, that should be a great game though.
It should be good. That's a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, 4:30.
Huh. All right. That might be something I should try to watch.
All right. Yep. All right. And Jules is also taking Chargers. So moving on. In Green Bay, I don't know if Love is back anymore, but I don't give a shit if he is not.
So far, no.
But yeah, Malik Willis actually played a pretty decent game when he came in for Love. Unfortunately, they fumbled that 4th down, but
I've seen it before, trainer. Malik Willis will come in and does all right, but when he starts, he's atrocious.
Yeah.
A lot of weapons, too, for Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay's got that. They're a solid team, but you know what it is? They're playing Baltimore, and Baltimore has just been a huge disappointment, like pretty much all year.
Yeah. I keep picking them. Every week, I take a loss on them because I keep picking them.
Yeah. I mean, you guys took them against New England on that Sunday night game.
They had that game won, and then they benched Derrick Henry, which nobody understands why.
Prop bets in the NFL, did he have too many touchdowns? Everything's suspect right now, man.
And John Harbaugh knows. I don't know if you heard Rex Ryan flipping out. It's like, it's simple. The running back is hot, and then you just stop giving him the ball. What's going on?
I don't know, man. Suspect, but yeah, I'm taking Green Bay because I don't trust
What's
anything the Ravens
what's the
do.
points and where are they?
2.5, and it's in Green Bay. Jules is also taking Green Bay minus 2.5.
Jordan Love has to play. If Jordan Love plays, I'm comfortable taking Green Bay. I can't see Malik Willis doing it. I can't. Yeah, I think he sucks. Um, both ones been burning me. Guess I'll go Green Bay as well. Is Josh Jacobs playing? Is
I
he?
don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, with the running back, it doesn't matter because they like to run and they've been running well even without Jacobs. So yeah, I guess I gotta go Green Bay.
All right, moving on. Sunday games. Tampa Bay. This is a team that fucking disappoints me every week. Tampa
You know
Bay
what? I'm
is
sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm making a switch. Baltimore.
Uh-oh.
Give me Baltimore.
Ah, there you go. All right. The switch is on. That's usually a telltale sign
That I
that
don't
you're
know
gonna
what I'm
lose.
doing.
That you're
That I
gonna lose.
don't know what I'm
Once you
doing.
switch, it's over. If you do that in betting, you always lose. So everybody bet the house on Green Bay. I'm telling you right now. That's the key bet right there.
Shit.
All right. I'm gonna yep, you're locked in at the Ravens. Moving on. Tampa
Can I
Bay.
switch back?
Nope. That's it. No take backs. Tampa Bay is minus 5.5 in Miami. Miami started Ewers. He looked pretty awful. Tampa Bay, man. I take him every week and they keep screwing me every week. I'm just gonna take him again. They have to cover one game.
I've been taking them a lot. I don't know why. You know what it is when some of these teams end up winning playoff games, like I fall in love with them. Like when they start winning like to see Baker win,
I know. I
beat
know what you're
Philly
saying.
in that playoff run, I'm like, all right, I like this team now. I like the weapons. They're freaking getting healthy now. Yeah, Miami's a mess. McDaniel looked like he's gonna keep his job. Doesn't matter. Give me the better Florida team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, they have to pull this one out. They
They
have to.
gotta win because it's gonna set up for them to play not Atlanta to play Carolina the last week, and they'll flex that, and
Oh yeah,
then
right.
it'll come down to that game. And I'm thinking Tampa Bay still is better than Carolina. I don't believe Carolina. I just don't see it. I don't understand it. I
I
never
don't know.
will.
Dude, I got a weird feeling Carolina like gets that division and sneaks in there. I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa Bay somehow loses to Miami again. I don't know. I don't understand the team. They're loaded. They got a good offense. They just continue. They had like a 14-point lead against Atlanta that Thursday night a couple weeks ago, and they blew that. I don't know. They're weird.
Atlanta's also a very funky team too, though. Atlanta, like, they're hard to
Yeah.
pick against the spread. Like they're weird.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I took them last week against Arizona, and they covered. So I was, yeah,
I think I
they
took
have a strange
Arizona
team.
there.
Yeah, you did. I remember marking
Yeah.
that down, laughing. I was like, ha ha.
Atlanta's just a weird team to figure out because they could score, but then they could give you absolutely nothing. Goose egg. It's like,
Right.
what?
Those are the teams you can't like bet in real life. You just can't bet on those fucking games. You stay away
It's such a Jekyll and Hyde team from like
yeah.
quarter to
Go
quarter.
back and forth. Yeah, exactly.
It's like the first half they could be nasty, and second half they're like, what the hell happened to them?
That's them. You described
Yeah.
them perfectly. All right, moving on. New England, big spread here, minus 13.5 against the Jets in New York. I don't give a shit. F the Jets. Give me New England all day in a blowout.
Yeah, I think the Jets are in full tank mode. I think it's clear to the country. They're not really putting out their best effort here. This is not going to be a game where they actually win. The Jets, they did move up last week. Who was it? Tennessee won. So the Jets are in the
Right.
4 spot right now. They're getting themselves in prime position and try to get Mendoza or even the Oregon quarterback. I'm sure Mendoza's the guy they want. So they're gonna keep that ball rolling, and I think New England's gonna kill them. And the thing with New England, though, they're hurt.
Yeah, right.
Butte's hurt. I saw the other Demario Douglas is hurt. They got some injuries, so I think New England's game plan will be run, 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 run.
Running D. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it
So
was.
don't expect too much out of Drake May. I don't think.
They'll probably sit them after walks. I think they'll have a big lead.
Yeah, I think they'll cover it.
All right. By the way, Jules had Tampa Bay -5.5, and he has the Patriots -13.5. So he's right in line with that. All right, moving on. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is -3.5 in Cleveland. Like I said before, I just can't bet Sanders. He looks awful. The defense in the running game is the only reason why Cleveland is in like a lot of these games that they cover spreads, even though they're going to lose. But Cleveland did lose their rookie running back, Junkins, with a bad injury that they wouldn't even show like on TV after it happened. If you can't run, I'm sorry. I mean, that's a rookie quarterback's, protection right there. If you can't run the ball, no way they even have a chance of winning. So give me Pittsburgh.
I gotta tell you quietly. Well, they lost DK Metcalf. I don't know if you
Yeah, I seen that.
eating the head and all that.
That fan deserved that shit. That dude's in blue hair. He's yelling at the guy. Yo, he should have grabbed him and threw out the stands. He didn't even make.
Yeah, I have the opposite take of that. I don't think any NFL player. It's one thing in basketball where the fans are on top of the court. This dude
he walked
DK
over.
Metcalf ran over, like grabbed him and then punched him.
Yeah, I've been. But one thing they have history. So he knew him from last year in a football game
Oh, really?
when he was on Seattle. Yeah,
Was he calling him by his first name, like his birth
yeah,
name?
it's like real name and shit. And he's giving him shit. So they have history going back and forth. But it's like Metcalf grabbed him by the stupid blue hair wig he had on or whatever fuck.
Right.
And he didn't even really punch him in the face. He kind of just went
Can't do
past him.
that.
You know what I mean?
You can't let your emotions get the best of you. Because
But
now the 2-game suspension, you put your team at risk for not. You should lock up this division against Cleveland. You put it at risk. You lost millions of dollars, and it's
guaranteed money, yeah.
You can't. You gotta let certain things go. You know what I mean? History, no history.
I know they upheld that shit too. So.
DK Metcalf has a lot more to lose than that guy with the blue hair. You know what I mean?
Very true.
That's all I'm saying.
Metcalf does have blue hair sometimes too. Just
Metcalf's ripped like that dude. He's so tall he was able to reach him pretty easy.
he's
Yanked him.
Should have yanked him off the fucking.
I think Pittsburgh, and I think quietly, Aaron Rodgers is having a fucking run right now, and nobody in the league is talking about it. Like I said in the offseason when the deal happened, finally, I was like, watch Aaron Rodgers get this team to the AFC Championship game. Yo, I might have to go back to that because I got off of it. I was like, maybe this dude was washed. And he could be. He could be Russell Wilsoning us, like what he did with Pittsburgh last year.
No, he's way better than Russell Wilson.
But
for sure.
Yo, you know what Rodgers is doing? He's using this Gainwell and Jalen Warren and dump off little he's forget the wide receivers. Rodgers is he's just smart. He's a smart, highly IQ'd NFL football player. He knows how to make the pass. Give me Pittsburgh all day. Close game because you know how Tomlin coaches.
That's the way it
goes. And Pittsburgh fans and Giant fans, they're not gonna let go of Tomlin. So don't even think about a trade for Tomlin. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna let Tomlin finish his contract, and they'll cross that bridge when they come to it. But I can see them extending Tomlin. I don't think he's going anywhere. Give him a quarterback. Tomlin will get you to the playoffs and win.
I mean, they are 9-6, and Jules also had Steelers -3.5 as well. All right, moving on. In Cincinnati.
Oh, real quick. I hope Myles Garrett does not break Michael Strahan's record.
We all hope that, but I don't know, man.
It's over. It's over.
It's a wrap, yeah.
Imagine Rodgers just like Brett Favre lays down for Myles Garrett to break it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, don't be a dick like that.
Just like Brett Favre.
Oh, dude, that was the worst. That was so fucking cheesy. When Strahan did it. And then you had Mark Gastineau going after.
You saw him. It was like, you hurt me.
You hurt me, man. I like Mark Gastineau. Had no idea.
Brett was like, yo, what are you talking about, dude? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like, I apologize. You're like, what Brett Favre? What's he gonna do? Oh, man,
that's great.
It is fucking wild. All right, moving on. In Cincinnati, Cincinnati's -7.5 against Arizona. Listen, Arizona I think they just quit as a football team. They had their moments at the beginning when Kyler Murray got hurt and Jacoby Brissett came in, But give me the Bengals, man. I think they blow them out.
I want to pick the Bengals here. Like, I feel like the Bengals emotionally have gone through a freaking roller coaster in the last month with Joe Burrow, possibly Andrew Lucking and retiring early. I can't figure out where his head is, where the Bengals' heads are, because the Bengals are so bad on defense. But like you said, Arizona's about, where are they? In Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals just because like Chase Brown is pretty hot, and the offense seems to be clicking again. And if
Oh
the
yeah.
offense is clicking, how are you gonna hang with that team if you
Can't.
know?
Not with that fucking eye. When Burrow came back, it was a wrap. They're gonna fucking put up points. You're
I
right.
actually can't believe when Burrow took that injury early in the year, I was like, all right, he's done for the year. I can't believe the dude came back.
Dude, he wants it. you know? Yeah, I like them a lot actually this
Yeah,
week.
Cincinnati. Who would Jules take?
Jules has taken the Bengals, yeah, -7.5 as well. So he has them as well. All right, moving on. Well, this is a good game. New Orleans, man. New Orleans quietly, they're 5-10, man. They're not a bad team once they went with this rookie quarterback. They're -2.5 in Tennessee. That's the only thing. It's an away game. But I think the Saints are just a better team than Tennessee. So give me the Saints.
Did you watch the game against the
I just
Chiefs last week?
of Tennessee just
Tennessee,
destroying them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did it look like Tennessee was a functional football team? And
they did. I
I
mean,
didn't see it.
they look good. They probably should have won by more points because at the end of the ball game, they had a couple dumb penalties, so they should have had another touchdown at the end to even make it worse. But I
They
don't know.
had
I
a big
think
game, like
Tennessee is
running.
Tennessee. Yeah, I mean Tennessee could and Cam Ward's coming along a little bit. Like he's starting to mature and grow up. You could see his process. Like from the beginning of the year, he was fucking god awful, and then once they switch coaches, they got him on the right path, so he is making plays. But I don't know. I think Saints are they're hot right now. I think Tennessee goes to 3-13, and Saints go to 6-10. I like the Saints, man. Jules has the Titans +2.5. So
Yeah, like taking the Titans here wouldn't be so bad. And the Saints are coming off a huge win against the Jets. But I agree. I think the Saints, they're in New Orleans, you said?
they're in Tennessee.
Shit. Shit.
I know. I hate
This game is tough. I think this game's tough.
I hate going against a home team getting points, but I don't know. I just look at it as who has a better roster. I just think the Saints do.
If Tennessee's able to run the ball, I wonder if the Saints, what are they like on run defense? Because if they get Pollard and Spears going, like that's their best shot at scoring on the Saints.
Yeah. Jets
And
is
it's
not
not
a good
it's
running
not
game
Calvin
against us.
Ridley. With all that said, give you the Saints just because they're hurting too, though. Yeah, give me the Saints. Olave is gonna fucking eat the Tyler Shaw kid, like you said. He's been a nice little surprise.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints.
I actually like them a lot this week. All right, moving on. Jacksonville is -6.5 against the Colts. Colts are at home. Like I said early on the pod, I don't think Philip Rivers is going to play the rest of the year because they don't really need to. With that said,
So who's their quarterback?
so it got to be
Who's the kid they were gonna start?
yeah, they were going to start somebody else because I know Richardson had that eye injury. Obviously, Daniel Jones out. He came in for Philip Rivers at the end of the game, didn't he? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know who it is.
So it's for sure that Rivers is done.
I mean, that's what the announcers were saying. I don't know how Indy's going to come out, but it still is a division game. But Jacksonville is hot. Yeah, Jacksonville's too hot for me right now. I'm going with the Jags.
I don't want to jump on the bandwagon. And Trayvon Walker came out and was like, no, stay over there. Don't jump on our bandwagon now. They beat Denver. It's a big win. It definitely puts a spotlight on the Jacksonville Jaguars that nobody's respected, at least on this pod.
I don't,
Um,
but I'll respect him now because of the injuries with Indy. And
Trevor
Ben
Lawrence,
Jules is
right,
Jules is
right.
taking the Colts, by the way, 6.5.
Like the Colts, if I knew if Phil Rivers was playing, I'd definitely take the Colts because I could see Jacksonville winning in like overtime. Trevor Lawrence is on a tear though. He played well against the Houston Texans defense. He's played well against the Denver defense. Like he's playing well against defenses.
That's your boy. You want him on the Giants. Never step up.
This could be the coming out party. This could be it.
Yeah, it could be.
Um, yeah, give me Jacksonville. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with any of these picks. I'm getting
tough.
worse as the season goes on.
I mean, the last couple of weeks of the season traditionally is like it's just a mess. There's you get all crazy upsets and the fucking playoff brackets change.
I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
It's the NFL, man. All right, moving on. Seattle's minus 7.5 in Carolina. Yo, give me the Panthers, man. Give me the Panthers getting those points at home. Jules is taking Carolina as well. Yo, something about this team, man. Carolina plays tough games, bro.
They do, I guess. Other than the rookie wide receiver, what is it about and then they get some good running from Dowdle and Hubbard.
Yeah.
Is the defense that good? I don't know. Give me Seattle. Seattle's home?
No, it's in Carolina.
Oh my God. All right. Being that it's in Carolina, they gotta go across the country. It's a 1:00.
It's a 1:00 game.
Yeah, okay. Then give me the points. I'll take the points. But if it was in Seattle, I'm like, yo, Seattle's gonna scrape them.
Yeah, Seattle kind of, I don't know, man. They had that big win against the Rams.
That was their last game, but before that, they've been. I don't think Seattle ends up with the number 1 seed.
How does Seattle get that overturned 2-point conversion, which is just the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in the NFL?
I don't know.
It cost the Rams getting pretty much a first round bye. I would
Trainer, take your pick. How many bullshit plays you have seen in the NFL?
Take your pick. But that shit was just outrageous because the play stopped, the whistle blew, the guy just happened to run over there, just pick up the ball for no reason, and they're gonna give him 2 points like that. Come on,
yeah.
That should have been like they should have had for the first time ever. Just we're gonna do it over. You know what I mean? It was just so stupid.
It's just unfair.
I can't take it anymore. All this nonsense. Like people are, gambling on this shit, and then they see this shit.
Like just let them play this fucking game the right way and just call it the right way.
Yeah, I mean that's just it wasn't successful. And they're gonna give him the fucking point. It made me fucking so mad. I didn't even have any skin in the game. I was just like,
do you see Seattle with the number 1 seed by the end of the season? I don't.
I tell you, it's probably gonna come down to next week, especially if Seattle loses outright to Carolina, which I could see happening.
Who did they play out the last week? The Seattle play. I think the Rams and the Niners. No, they played already. I think Seattle plays. It's a divisional game. Seattle might play the Rams again.
Let me see. Let's see. Seattle.
Or is it Seattle and the Niners?
Seattle play Niners, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Seattle plays the Niners, and that's
Cardinals play the Rams.
That could be for the number 1 seed. And I saw something today. The Niners, last 2 games are home. If they get the number 1 seed, they have home field throughout the NFC playoffs.
That's crazy.
And the Super Bowl's in Levi Stadium. So they could essentially be playing at home. If they would have had just one of those dudes, Bosa or Warner,
I know.
I'd be like, yo, for real, this is a Super Bowl team. For real.
Yeah, you're right. They're hurt too much.
I'm not right there just because they're missing they needed one of those pass rushers or Warner's the best linebacker in the league,
100%. They can't stop anybody. Their defense is suspect, but they did put up fucking points, man. They're gonna have to do that. Shanahan's gonna have to have this team put up points, and
they run smart, and they have that fucking fullback on every snap. Every snap, that dude is doing something.
Yeah,
he's always doing something. That dude,
love that guy.
I can't believe more teams don't use a fullback anymore.
I know. We had Henry Hynoski, man. I miss him. Miss that bastard.
I miss the idea of a fullback, but the teams that use a fullback, they use them well. Baltimore had one for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. What did Jules got for that game?
Jules took Carolina getting 7.5 points as well.
Okay, you said
I
that.
think, I think Carolina. If Carolina wins outright, yeah, it'll shock everything because then Carolina could really go to the fucking playoffs, which is crazy, fucking crazy. All right, football is crazy. Here we go in Vegas. Vegas is -1.5 against the Giants. Give me Vegas, baby. But we all know what's going to happen. Giants are going to somehow fucking win this game. Jules has the Giants +1.5. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to take the Giants. I think they're probably going to win, but I don't want them to win.
I don't want them to win.
I
It's
want them to play
clear
well.
you're this close to a number one pick. You got to finish the job. But we've been in this boat many times before. I think the Giants win. I think the Giants are going to win this game. I think they're going to crush us. They don't want to make a decision come April of next year. They just they're gonna kill us. They're going to crush us even worse. And we're not gonna drop to 2 or 3. We're gonna drop outside the top 5. We'll end up at like 6 or something.
I know because Dallas. We play Dallas next week, right? So
Yeah, we should lose that. We
They'll
should
probably
lose
sit
that.
everybody, and then all of a sudden we'll probably win because Dallas wants us to fall back even worse. Some stupid shit like that always happens with the Giants, but I don't know.
This
I'm
is
not.
the week though. We've been circling this
I know.
week for a long time, and we're like, that's the game where we're probably gonna win. I thought last week Minnesota. I was like, we're gonna win this game. I don't want to win. I don't want to see a win. I don't even want to see us play well. I think we have to take that back. Shut us out, Vegas.
I know.
Because I think that's how you get Shane out of here.
I know. I want to change my pick to the Giants, but I'm gonna leave it to Vegas. I can see Giants just winning. I can see him, man. I can see that.
But like you were making an argument earlier, like we could see the Raiders winning because they're home. Genty is could run all over us. If it's Gino hates the Giants for whatever
That's
reason.
true. So
He does hate
he's
us.
hyped up.
Remember when he was with Seattle and he was like talking shit? And he didn't do anything in that game, I remember. And he was talking shit. I was like, why does he hate us? Hate the Jets. They're the ones that drafted you.
For real. Yeah.
Sorry that you came in after Eli Manning. They benched you. They benched Eli for you.
Ridiculous. I still can't believe they fucking did that.
Oh,
Whatever.
fuck Gino.
Yeah.
Giants are gonna win.
Fuck Gino.
And they'll root out shit.
No, he is. He's just like, I'm gonna let the Giants win because then they fall back in the draft because Gino sucked. All right, I'm gonna stay with Vegas. All right, moving on. In Buffalo, Buffalo's -2.5. They're the favorite against Philly. Man, Philly's playing like hot right now. Buffalo's weak. They are fucking weak, man. That defense is suspect. They have to rely on Josh Allen so much. I want Buffalo to win. I really do, but I got to go with my gut. It's Philly. I think Philly.
Does Buffalo have a shot to win the division, or they're way too behind?
I mean, they're what 11-4.
New England's got to have 11 wins.
New England's 12-3.
12.
Buffalo's 11-4. So,
they got a shot.
I mean, yeah,
It's in Buffalo or Philly?
it's in Buffalo.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Buffalo because I feel like Philly has just been beaten up on a lot of bad teams, and as this goes against, because I think I give Philly a lot more credit than what I hear. What I hear at my job, what I hear with my friends, everyone's like, Philly's not for real. I think Philly's for real. They've had an easy schedule, but I think they're still very talented. But this is a big test.
For real. I don't think Buffalo's for real at all.
You can say that about everybody.
I
But
mean,
someone's got to win this game.
I know somebody does have to win this game, but Buffalo.
So I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the hot team. I think Josh Allen is playing well now. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Buffalo here. I can't really. I don't have much analysis for you because how do you pick against Philly?
Yeah.
They put on a clinic on Washington.
Well, you know who Jules has. He has the Bills, obviously. All right, moving on. Sunday night game. San Francisco is -3.5 against the Bears. This game's coming down to a field goal. Give me the Bears. Either way, I can see San Fran losing.
I can because what they did last night, like they're gonna come down from that. Because that's the NFL.
That
They're
is.
gonna give you a clunker.
That is. And they're both 11-4. San Fran and Chicago, both 11.
I don't like the Bears defense though. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Jules has 49ers 3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Niners. I think they'll win enough. I think people are gonna start building into that hype. But the Bears are in every fucking game, man. They are in everything is going their way.
I
Everything.
know. I know.
But they locked up the division, so I don't think they're not challenging for the number one seed. I don't think they're getting the one.
Never know, man. This is gonna be a good game to watch.
It would be good.
Probably a lot of points scored in
Two quarterbacks that seem to have been hit their stride now and playing well.
Yeah, both of them are playing pretty good. All right. Moving on. The Rams. They're minus 8.5 in Atlanta. We talked about Atlanta. They're Jekyll and Hyde, but listen, I'm not going against the Rams. Jules ain't gonna go against the Rams. What are you doing?
8.5 is rich. They're in LA.
They're in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta. Drake
That's the only
London's
thing
back.
because home team's getting the points, but I don't know. How does Atlanta stop that offense? Unless
know.
they run the ball.
You know what? The Rams are really pissed what happened to them on Thursday. They had the extra rest. Give me the Rams. Rams will win more than a touchdown here. Atlanta may be able to keep up with them, but I don't know. I just think Matthew Stafford is the MVP. You know what I mean?
There's no doubt about it.
It's Stafford or it's May, but Stafford's got all the numbers. He's got all the numbers. Get Devontae Adams healthy and make my Super Bowl pick for real. Make it happen.
We shall see. I'll be rooting for the Rams.
I'll be rooting for the Rams. I don't like Atlanta, but I really can't stand the entire NFC. But the Rams I could tolerate just because I like Stafford and I think he gets a second Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame all the way.
Wild prediction for me: Rams and Carolina in the NFC Championship game.
That is wild. I think
So-
you're crazy.
I'll remember this. I'll be playing this for all you guys to hear. And then Carolina upsets the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
You're out of your mind.
Well, with that, we out.
You're out of your mind.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll
He
see you
loves
again
Bryce
next
Young.
week.
He loves Bryce Young.
Peace.